You want to have a mature conversation with me. It's your funeral. It's your death. I'm telling you, you want me to put some honey on it, make it sweet for you. Then I wouldn't be me. And I think you deserve me. I think we deserve each other. I think we can use each other for the sole purpose of performing something that is very old, but it works every time. Fixes things. I need you, you need me. But we're playing the game right now where you're just like tiptoeing. So. Let's tiptoe. You know the rules. Believe me, don't believe me. It's your death. Not mine. I have already crossed that bridge. So I'm fine. I'm reserved. For the time being, I'm here. So let's talk. As adults, right? You want to know some things. Been asking, you've been praying, contemplating. God says, I got you. And create a time during your life. It's up to you. Because you've been searching, wondering. I'm not saying that you're professional at it. I would say the Israelites were professionals at it. They wandered in the damn circle for a long time. Hey, we never did find anything in that desert, did we? Huh. So you know the story. Where I come from, you guys are known as the Sleepy Hollow. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you never wake up. Because you never rationalize your own life. What was the true intent concerning your existence? And it's not because God didn't do his part. He did his part. He made you a promise. He said, hey, look, man, if you believe in me, I'm gonna do some unbelievable stuff. Now, it's not my fault. You limit your expectations. You would settle for this level of unbelievability. Like, oh, well, God, if you gave me a great job, eight figures, that's unbelievable. God's not playing with you. When he said, hey, man, if you believe in me, make your deal. You believe in me, I'm believing you. Then I'm going to do some things through you. I'm going to use you. I mean, why not? You let your enemy use you. You let other people use you. And on a side note, some of you grown men need to detach from your mothers, if you know what I'm saying. It's getting creepy. So, that's the deal. I'm going to redefine what you think is unbelievable. Just let me use you. For real, I'm going to tinker with some things. I'm going to transform you. When I'm done with you, the world, no one's going to know what to make of it. They're going to be like, this was Joseph's son. The convict. I'm sorry. The convict. He would later grow on to become a prisoner. So, yeah. You guys are known as the Sleepy Hollow because you know how you guys have graveyards? You know, a plot, then a headstone. Yeah, well, we got graveyards. They're not like, they're not like they you. People who hold positions that are lifeless because they don't wake up, because they don't realize that what God has been saying all along applies to them, to the person. You know, religion said, you know, hey, follow this program, and then you get your afterlife afterwards. No, God said you could have your afterlife now if you just wake up. And listen to what I'm trying to tell you now, because if you gonna get woken up one way or another. You can't say you're asleep forever. I'm sorry. Don't work like that. Okay, so let me at least tell you the consequences of your actions, of choosing to remain unconditioned to your own life, which its sole condition was for you to live. The first thing he gave us was life. And then the second thing that happened was your enemy put you to sleep. Down, boy. Down. Trying to tell you, you asleep right now. You asleep. You asleep. I'm trying to tell you something. You is asleep right now. Okay? You don't live in the world that you think you live in. Those are all ideas, and all of those ideas are conjectures. They don't equate. And then you struggle your whole life because your body's trying to tell you something that is in contrast to the world, and the world got you underneath this influence right now, and you're just going along with the program. Even though midday happens every single day and that light come on, you, I guess, put an umbrella up and decide it's hot out. It's getting hot. Well, God said if you can't take the heat, get out the way. So I'm trying to tell you where I come from. Those who get out the way, they are known as the Sleepy Hollow. They move around. They're inhabitants and everything. They just dead. They lifeless. Because their altar on earth, God said, you got to start paying attention to this stuff, man. He said, as it is above, so it will be below. That means there's a mirror effect happening. That's why I told you that, we'll call the above heaven for your sake. Heaven is about placement. When, certain positions take place, it's reflected on the below. But we're unable to take our place because of the below. The below is using their time to repeat the same effect that creates the same exact position to repeat itself over and over and over, which is fine because we don't live off of your time. God don't live off of your time. He said, you want to live in a world where we do the hallelujah dance all day and night? Knock yourself out. I'm going to move on to that world where you wake up. You see what I'm saying? And then I'm going to do impossible things in that world. And then we'll just leave this world to Congress, and everything will just be a matter of making a spectacle, debates, and then you'll literally be so numb. You'll come to the point where you realize that you're just bored. The phone can't satisfy you. The new VR, whatever you done busted your TV and can't satisfy you. It just temporarily holds a place where keeps you in a state of waiting for your life to take off, and it won't, because you are a part of something that has you playing out a position in time that has you stuck on stupid. You said you wanted to have a mature conversation. So I'm just fulfilling your request. He had a hole in his hand. What do you think that hole was trying to tell you? Yeah, after the resurrection, he came back and said, "You don't believe me? Here's a hole." Had a hole in. How many people would be freaked out if they did something? All right, look. Just saying, just imagine the hole there, right? Well, that was proof that he was living after the resurrection. You the hole. Oh yeah, you the hole, all right. Empty, void, but dying to know. So here's the deal. We're going to try to fill this hole. It wasn't right to begin with. He didn't deserve no hole. So we're going to correct this. All right? So this man can finally have some peace. Put a little baby in the manger. Had no peace. And it's not like we help him. We got him on repeat. Do it again, Jesus. I messed up, Jesus. Need you to do it again. Do that thing where you fix all my problems. He's like, man, I made you so you could fix your own problems. Problem is, you don't want to fix your problems. You want somebody else to come along and carry. And that's a problem. Who else did it? Who else was on that cross, on that hill? Who else? Oh, yeah, so he spoke them words. He lived by them words. He died by those words. The only true tragedy is that he never brought his kingdom down. He was circumvented. But it was supposed to be this way for you, because this plays out with you. And you're unaware because you're asleep. Wake up, man. It's time. What'd he say? He said, let the dead take care of the dead. I am a living God. Now wake up.